Whatever. All right. So what we're gonna do today is we are going to figure out or start figuring out our input situation. Now I have a thing here, which is the last one, I believe, where they go start looking at input. So the idea is going to basically be let's figure out the input situation, basically, is what I'm doing. Let's see. First I need these guys. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, that looks like it's probably too loud for you. Let's turn that down. That's likely better. Okay, so let's just read this. Actually, I want this actually on the, I'm capturing the wrong screen. Oh well. Can I switch that on my OBS? I can probably do that, right? Properties. Actually, can I duplicate this and just make one left monitor? All right, so I want this one. I've changed my setup a few times, so my left screen is now my main screen versus what it used to be. Okay, so now it is set up properly. So we are looking, we need to create an action set compared to all the work that we did to get video output, blah, blah, blah. Actions. These are not physical input, but logical commands within your application, as in move the hand, grip the object, eject the magic usine, that kind of stuff. That makes sense. Usually at least one action set is attached to the session at any one time, sometimes multiple. In this example, we'll create just one. So we want to create an action set. We create an with an action set name, localized name, I guess. Create the action set. This then we'll destroy it. Now we need to create some actions. We'll make a few. So we need to generic create function. Action set both internal name and user facing localized name. Yeah, whatever. Boolean for binary. Float input for an analog. Okay. Trying to pay attention. The chat should probably go closer to this edge here, so that if something changes. Oh, what's up, what up, Birdman? Sucks for you, but you don't know what you're doing though. For cool people like me, this is awesome. Oh, so what you been up to these days? Man, I haven't heard from you in a while. Left hand, right hand, left grab, right grab. Create action sets. Yeah. Annoying. Then right hand path, right button path, get path, hand input, grip pose. Okay, that makes sense. All right, you're in IT now. What kind of IT? I'm a senior software engineer making game stuff. So maybe we can collab. Are you like ops, or like are you the one who provisions our laptops? IT's so broad. Anyways, I want to open VLAN. Bam. Let's see. It seems like my chat overlays. I don't know if my chat overlay is actually working or not. That looks like it is. You convince people to use an app. My boss developed. So are you in sales now? Is that what that means? I can't do sales. I'm like the worst at sales. Oh fuck! What? Fuck! Why is there red squiggles? Fucking hell! Yeah, why is there red squiggles all over this? Oh, you know what? I just probably updated some packages. I probably need to delete this shit. Yay, red squiggles are gone. Not really sales trying to come in, they have to use the app. So how much? It sounds like an easy job if they have to use it. All right. Just render. I want to go to probably. All right, let's go back to. Right, so I want to create the action set first. So let's just follow this almost to the letter for now, and then we can make it smart after. Okay, in my renderer, do I want to do it directly here? Oh yeah, you don't know what I've got going on isn't mighty impressive yet. runs. So you can see, I guess it's that way. So this is what you can see inside my VR headset. And that's basically what I got going on right now. And just being able to look around at cubes that spin. That took a long time. It took a lot longer than I wish it did. But now I'm trying to get it so that we can monitor these, move these things around with my controllers. But all of this is way too complicated for what it is. I could use a game engine. It would make it a lot quicker. I could have made spin cubes in 10 minutes versus like however long I've been working on this particular thing. Can I make them boobs one day? I can probably make them boobs like right now. Here, you know what? Fine, I'll make them boobs. Kinda. They're gonna still be dumb colors, but they'll be boobs-ish. Let's see. I know I have a file called shapes.h that will help me make spheres. I made this one before. Get normal. Where's my sphere? Sphere. Generate sphere. Let's just take this. Feel that. Then go inside here. Probably shapes. And then we will put it right about here. Wait, did I? Is this still in here? Oh, the function's already here. Cool. So I don't need to bring anything. I could just go inside my application here. Instead of making cubes, I'm making a cube here. So let's make spheres. Cube, new. You know what? I'll just copy this. New, copy, paste these. Just need to duplicate these files. God damn it. So we'll call this sphere. Add that, and then we need the CPP file as well. Sphere. Done. So I'm guessing my Twitter alerts worked today, so that worked. I'm assuming that's where you came from. So we'll call it sphere. Sphere. Here's just a sphere. Here, this one would be sphere. All right, that looks about right. Yeah, I just started using Restream to do YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Kind of lazy that way, and I also set it up to send out Restream alerts. So I need to change. Oops. So I need to replace all cube with sphere. Done. And then cube.h. Change that to sphere.h. Done. Need to add it to my project. Sphere.cpp. Regenerate that. Cannot find source file. That would make sense because that's not where it is. Source slash. Oops. There. Okay, that should be better. Okay, that's working. Now we've got a sphere, but it's still making cubes. Here, where's index buffer? Create index buffer, create vertex buffer. Here it is. I think that's not how I want to do it. I don't know why I made this two separate functions, but we'll do auto, and then it's square brackets. Cool. Close. My hands are in the wrong spot. So it would be shapes. Generate sphere. Oh, it should be, I guess. Oz, shapes, generate sphere. What's it complaining about now? There's no member named generate sphere in Oz shader. Oh, brushes. I called them brushes in this project. Of course I did. Brushes. Dick. Alright, done. Alright. Now, there we go. There we go. Now we can just delete these two lines, and those should be spheres. Now let's just change these from cubes to spheres. Sphere. Sphere. Yep. And okay. And right. So that's complaining because I'm making spheres, but I declared them as cubes. So sphere. Sphere. We'll actually rename these. Did I not set up that hotkey? But I did something dumb. I don't want this here. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. And then one sec. I think my wife just called. Oh no, she went outside. Yeah, okay. She wasn't calling. Alright, back to this. So I just need to, I want to rename this. Really? Is this really not set up in this? It's clearly here. Leader R. That's a dick. Why is that not working? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm pressing the wrong button. So it's this button R, and then we'll call it sphere. We're getting close, boobs, because we are mature in this place. Sphere 2. I could have called it Lefty and Peanut Butter, right? What am I doing? Want this sphere 2. Enter. Good. All right. So that should have given us spheres. So let's just see what that gave us. Okay, they're black. So let me see what's going on. So they're definitely there. They have no color though, and they're too big. But we're getting closer. Come on. Okay. Good. It's exiting. Good. All right, so now we want to give them some color, so that can be done inside here. So here, where I have vertex here, generate a random color, and this is going to make it look trippy, but you know, we do what we do. Come on, Copilot, just do it for me because I don't feel like doing it. Generate 4 random, 3 random numbers. Random colors as flips. No, don't. You did the right thing. You just didn't. You tried to comment it. All right, G, B, done. Color RGB. Right, and then these. Nope. Oh, it wants a U. I'm Canadian, and I put a U in here, didn't I? Yep. Good. All right, so that should have given us colors. All right, there we go. Now we got some trippy colors going on. All right, we got colors. Now let's move these around, make them smaller. So in my sphere, in our sphere here, where did I create it? Generate radius 1. So we're going to make this a radius of 0.5. And then we will move them around in here. So right now they are like this, right? I want them like this. So that means we can move this one to, you know what? Copy this line, put this here, get rid of this. We will replace this with a 3, replace this with a 3, oops, a 3, but add a negative. All right, now what does that look like? Okay, now they're too far apart and too far away. But we know how to do it. So they have a radius of 0.5 each. So to be on top of each other, we want them at 0.25 and minus 0.25, I think. 0. This will be 0.0. With my hands. 2, 5. And this will be minus 0.25. Right? Be good. And now we can bring them closer. Because you know we want a good view of these, right? What do we got? There we go. It kind of worked. All right. Did I make them stop rotating? That's hilarious. All right. Let's have fun. Let's create a thing. Let's create a body too. Give it a body for it to look at, for us to look at. So first thing, we will make these buoys stop rotating. Then we'll go to cube and do the same thing. Remove the rotation. Control this. Okay. Then in our application, we do want to add a cube. Now, if maybe should I get the color right? Should I make them all a homogeneous color? Or should I just, tie-dye t-shirt everything? I'm gonna go with tie-dye t-shirt because tie-dye t-shirt seems like fun. All right, so we need to make a cube. All right. So we are going to make a cube. Make our cube. Now we want to put it at the same spot, deep, but right in the middle. We want it to be, so right now it's 1 wide, and the cube is 1 by 1. So we need to make it thinner. So we need to make a scale. Cube. Scale. Do I have a scale function on the cube? Translate, I do not have a scale function. There we go. Boom. Thank you, Copilot. Let God take the wheel. Model matrix scale. That's not what I want though. What I want is I want to make it a variable. CLN spec3 scale. Like that. And then the scale. I'm gonna make this called set scale, because you don't usually scale equals scale, update model matrix. That is exactly what I want. Move this over. Set scale. Do you still play volleyball at all? I've been doing that still most for a while, but I had to stop last year at one point. So this, call this set scale. All right, so we got it goes from, so that they're at 0.25, so that goes from 0 to 0.5, and it also goes from 0 to minus 0.5. I want them to be right in the middle, so it's going to be 0.5 width. I'm gonna make it probably like, let's say, too tall. And we can make it probably 0.25. There, done. No, I was gonna do input today. Said we're giving ourselves something to look at. All right. I think that'll do pretty much what I want it to be doing, right? All right. Moment of truth. What's this gonna look like? I don't. Oh, I don't see. Let's see the body. That's not good. But I didn't set it up to draw the body. Uh-oh. BMA device. Some oh, right here. I need to do Q reset null pointer. That's good. Then in run, in render frame, render eye. There we go. Cube. All right, draw the cube. All right, that should do it. Now I may have crashed my VR thing because Linux is stupid. Okay. All right, that doesn't look quite right. Oh, you know what? You know what didn't happen? It didn't scale it because I actually, in Cube, when I have update model matrix here, I did not apply the scale. All right, scale's applied. Now we'll take a look, see what this gives us. Still giving. All right, what we got here? It's getting closer. Maybe I should make her wider, a little bit wider, and bring her down a bit. So right in the middle. So, need to bring her down a little bit. So translate, cube translate. So we need to bring her down. I want to say it's negative. One, we want to make her a little bit wider. All right. I kind of want to make the whole woman. What's happening? Ah, fuck. Yeah. Steam VR crash. Give me a sec here. Oh no. Yes. Yep. Something broke. Restart Steam VR. And then I will. Where is it? VR monitor. Dismiss. All right. Now where is this the one that I want? Yeah, okay, cool. And it's working again. All right. Gotta love Linux. Fuck everything up on me. All right. What'd she look like? I think I brought her down a little bit too much, but isn't she beauty? That's exactly what I want. I can get canceled doing this. You're gonna get me canceled. Oh god. Alright. Alright, alright. Alright, I'm stuck. All this is stuck on my face. Oh, too much stuff. Alright. Okay, well, I'm gonna call that good enough. I think that's actually not bad. I think I'm going to probably highlight that on my channel. Why not? Give me some free content. Okay, so back to what I was doing, which was trying to figure out input after that slight distraction. I do want to do something before though. Yeah, just because it's bugging me that everything's starting to get into its own. So let's call this objects for now. We're gonna move our cube and our sphere into here. Done. Okay. Now does it still build? It does. Okay, good. All right, so we were doing this. Where'd you go? The sunk slabs. So we need to create our action set. Action set. Action set create info. Application name. Okay. So what we want to do is back to our render. So in our renderer, we will need to create action set. Well, we're gonna make it a single action set for now. No. We're gonna do this slightly right the first time. So we want, geez, I have so much shit in here. Vulkan. This is all my OpenXR stuff. So what I want to do, let's see. I want to be able to create as many action sets as I possibly can. So I need a map of action sets that I can reference by name. So std unordered map XR action set. No, this is going to be standard string and XR actions set. So now I might change that in a minute as we move along, but for now that's probably good enough. Now we want, bro, why are you something high level like C++ for this? What do you mean? I'm using C++ because I'm working directly with Vulkan and OpenXR. What else would I be using? I could use C. I could use Rust. I thought about using Zig. But you know what? I would try it. Maybe not for Vulkan. I don't know how you can be Vulkan verbose with punch cards, but I would try it with OpenGL maybe. But I imagine I'd have to put a lot of work into just I don't want to put it in my render though. I'm gonna abstract out some of this XR stuff. Render. So let's make a new class. We're gonna put this. So let's just call this OpenXR instance. Done. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's include pragma once. But I don't know, punch card programming, I've always wanted to try it. I feel like it's going to be awful though. All right, so I'll start just putting the new stuff in here, and I'll move stuff over later. So like these, sure. Private. I don't want that unordered map. I'm gonna need a lot of this stuff probably. What I do? Did I put graphics includes have all of my OpenXR stuff too? Yeah, it does. Okay, I'll just include graphics includes then. No, I'll just do OpenXR. Dick. Hey, when I click stuff by accident. OpenXR. All right. I also need an unordered map. We'll take platform as well. And we want unordered map. I know I did that already. Unordered map. So we're gonna need this instance. What else we need? We need the. We don't need a session. Okay. You know what? We'll only add it when we need. We'll only add stuff when we need it. So standard unordered map. Oh, I need standard string as well. XR action set. Action stats. Then let's initialize that. And let's include string. Okay, and we're gonna say void create action set. That works for me. I guess we should get action set works as well. We'll say void remove action set. That works. Is that enough? Yeah, that's probably enough. Let's put these in that order. Fuck. I didn't mean to do that. Yep. Undo that. I want to start up here. That. All right. So to create the action set. Oh, I'm too far down on this page. I'm like, what the hell? I do need the instance. See, I thought it was weird that it didn't need like an instance or a session or something. So, all right, so XR instance. We'll take the instance here. Instance. Change inside paren XR instance. Like that. All right, create action set. So first thing we want to do is check to see if the action set exists. So if we're in C++ 20, so it has a dot contains. Yeah. Vlog info. Good. Now I need to include you as well. Done. Why did you put above this include? That's stupid. Alright, and then if that's not done, we will do XR type action set create info. And then we need the action set name. That works. We'll use the same thing. And then priority. I don't know what priority does, but defaults to 0. So let's just keep it like that. We'll create this, create action set with the instance. Instance action set create info. Action set is the action set that makes, you know, you think this wouldn't work, but it does, because as soon as you reference it, it means that it exists. And then thank you. All right, let's create it. All right, so let's just if, there we go, does not exist. Come on, I know you, there we go. Destroy action set. Done. GitHub Copilot is so helpful sometimes. And get action set, this should be easy enough. Done. Cool. All right, so that's going to create the action sets. So they need to have two names, internal and localized, blah, blah, blah. Will form single level path string, which I believe, oops, what the hell? That's, okay, this seems to be the ideal size. I believe means must contain only alphanumeric characters and underscores. As the path string provided by OpenXR itself do. The localized name is shown to the user in the user interface at the runtime when viewing adjusting input bindings and should be adjusted to their platform language. This is just an example program, so we'll set both of these for application name using a custom version for the internal name to meet the format. Yeah, that's fine. Destroy action set, we did that. Now we need to create an action. Now we need some actions to go into our action set. We'll be making a few of these, so we need a generic creation function that can be customized. Okay. So these actions, so I should actually bundle some of this stuff together. So I'm gonna need to rewrite stuff already. Give me a sec here. Thirsty. Okay. So now let's bundle some stuff together. So I need a struct. And we'll just call it action set. This will be its own thing. This is actions. Actions each have their own name. Yes, so they have a path. Create action space. Create action left hand. So we give it the action set. So we need the session as well, but this is for the action space. But we need the action set and the action type. Pose input, Boolean input, left hand, right hand. See, but look, get path. Get path. Next, we need to see some physical inputs to bind these actions. These are, as the name implies, the runtime is free to ignore them and users are free to manually override them in the runtime setting, but practically will be observed by default and rarely overridden. Okay. Suggested bindings. So we need suggested bindings as well here. So the suggested binding goes with left-hand action, exit. So here, we're going to have an action here, which is going to be type, and the path is the suggested binding. So we'll call this actually suggested binding. And this is not going to be an XR action. It's going to be an action. So the action set will be an action with a set of actions and suggested bindings. The action space, what is this? Do I need to? Actions which use the XR action type pose info also require an action space, which represents a space relative to the controller or other form of pose input. Space relative to the controller or other. Okay, and we give it an action. And then, all right, so this will be XR space. Action space. Create action space. So I can do this, default it to XR null handle. No, I don't want a union. I don't want that at all. So this action, what I want to do, no. Okay, so what do I want to do? What I want to do is, I guess when I create the action set, so I'm actually going to go inside here and remove all of this, because I've basically rewritten the entire thing. Except for that, I will need a session. So we'll do XR session. Sure, why not? We might need the system ID as well. System ID session. We'll go up here, go to the end of the line, insert, oops, system ID session. All right, let's just move this to the next line. This. What the? Jerk. All right. And okay. So we got our constructor. So when we create our action set now, we're going to create the action set, and how do we want to do this? We can do we could just pass this stuff around, right? Make a bunch of copies of it. Like I could put the XR instance stuff in there. I don't like that idea. How do we want to do this? Create action set. We'll create that with an empty set of actions, and I guess we can yeah, we can do. I guess we can do like action set, get action set like this, and then we can just say like create action. Do I want localized name? It's complaining that I haven't done anything for a while, right? Yes, continue watching. So I can create action, I can remove action. XR action. I don't have action name. I don't, yeah, so I don't need the localized name. I need the type. I do have the type. So I don't want the localized name. Not yet anyway. Let's remove this. Okay. Remove action. Yes. Get action. Yes. Anything else I need to do? No, I think that's it. Can I just generate everything all at once? Generate. Implement functions. Fine, I'll do one at a time. Okay. So I can actually just close this. I don't need that. Okay. So here we need to enter the structure, clear all action sets. Yes. Clear all actions. Go through all the actions. Or what are you complaining about? Okay. Action set. Incomplete definition of XR action set. XR action set actions. Action set. Ah, that explains it. There we go. All right, that makes sense. All right, so we destroy all the actions. Then we want to clear the action set dot second dot clear actions dot clear, and then we will destroy action set like that. All right, so that will clean up the action sets. Now to create the action set, if action set already exists, and we again we can use contains here. Change inside bracket action sets dot contains set name. One too many of those. Create action set. change inside. Ah, really? Wrong one. Find curly brace interior XR action set create info. Action set name. The hell? Why is this not working? Stir copy? Yes, they were using stir copy. I don't know why I was using stir copy S here. Like I know stir copy is unsafe. Or is the other thing that's unsafe. Anyways, action set. Do. This makes sense. Action set is this. Cool. And then it would give us an empty set of actions, which is perfect. All right, so remove action set actually should do this. But that's going to destroy. Yep. Okay, action set doesn't exist. We want to clear all actions, yes. Good. Destroy action set, yes. And we erase it from the thing. Makes sense to me. All right, what else? What else we got here? Create action set. This looks. I would love to use remove action set for all of them. So what? What do I do? I do like get all action set keys. Get all action set keys. But then it loops through everything twice. Whatever. I'll just do this. We'll leave it for now. All right, remove action set. That's good. Now we want to get action set. This one's easy enough. Come on. There we go. Good. This should return an optional, I think. Optional. Yeah, no optional. There we go. And then we will make this good optional. And now we need to include optional up here. And this one here, the action will also be an optional. Okay. All right. All right, now create action. So we're done with create action set. This is fine. Destroy action set, we're good. Create action. All right, so create action will be if. Okay, if. And then XR type action, create info, yes. String type is type, yes. Action name, yes. Yes. That's good. Now we get the result. XR action, results. If it failed, we speed log, then we return, yes. Then we do this. All right. Now the only difference that I want to do here is after we create the action here, if type, so if type is equal to the pose info, so what is XR action type pose input, we want to create the action space. Create the action space. Yes. Action, yes. Pose 0001, 000, yes. Sub-action path. There's nothing here, so we're just going to assume that it's supposed to be null path here. Oh, we already have that. Okay. Create it. Like that. Why is this XR path? We didn't give it a path. We do want to give it a path. So this needs a path. XR path. We'll call this suggested binding. All right. Yank that. And then put this right here. And we will put suggested binding right here. So this is okay. It's not awful, but I do want to do action like this. Type. Suggested binding. Damn it. Am I listening to some German electro swing now? Action space equal to this. So I just want to, I like the look of this better. It will. There we go. And then we're just going to change the rest of this line. Thank you. Good. All right, so now it's going to create the action set. It's also going to create the action space when it is required, which is good. Now we want to remove action. So the remove action is actually going to be exactly the same as pretty much clear all actions. Do this. Yank this. I'm gonna refactor this in a minute to reuse a lot of this stuff. So this is just a single action now. You know what? Let's just rewrite it. So if action set doesn't exist, then if the action doesn't exist, and then we will destroy it. So if the action space, so there's an action space, we destroy the space. We also will just explicitly set it to null handle. This is getting unwieldy, but like that. Oops. Equal XR null handle. We'll just make that explicit. Then we destroy the action, and then we remove it. Good. All right, so that removed that. Now this one here is an optional. Good. Optional. Now the idea behind what I'm doing here. Come on. There you go. Okay. So the idea behind what I'm doing here with these action sets, that this will make it very granular for me to add and remove. I would like to set up a system where I could define these in like JSON or whatever, and then read them in. Now it probably already exists, that type of system. But for now, we're just gonna do it like this. So what do we got here? So we did pretty much everything we need. So if actions used, pose info require an action space relative to the controller or other form of pose input. Pose time can be used to apply an offset relative to the basic input. For example, if you want an action space that sits above and in front of a controller, lining up with where a weapon in your application is. Okay, that's fine. Now we're reusing the same code a lot here with our remove stuff. So inside our remove action set here I would like to use my own functions. So I actually, you know what, I will do it the slow way. Get all action names. Come on, Copilot. Or action keys. Come on. Come on. Come on, Copilot. I know you know how to do this. I don't want to think. Please. Come on. Fine. What is it? Well, we need a vector, I guess. Vector. Action keys. Thank you. You're starting to. There we go. And then we need to clear all action. There we go. That's what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. See, now that makes it so that I'm just reusing the same code. Now we'll do the same thing for remove all action sets. So when we destroy everything. So action set keys, and here. Boom, done. Voila. All right. Now we're not reusing all that code over and over again. And we're good. Okay. So what we can do, let's see, is there anything else we need on the OpenXR side, or can we just start using this stuff? So we're creating action sets, we're creating actions, we're creating the action space. Now we can set up all these actions, that's fine. Next, we need to suggest some physical inputs to bind these actions. These are, as the name implies, suggestions. The runtime is free to ignore them, and users are free to manually override them in the runtime settings. Yes, whatever. Get path, XR string the path. Okay, so we do want to make this utility function. You know what? No. We're just going to make this suggestion binding a string, and we'll do it internally. There's no reason to do this anywhere else. What time is it? Is it only 8:30? It is only 8:30. I got plenty of time left. I'll take a break in a minute here. We can get some decent code done. All right, create action set. That's not what I wanted. I wanted here. So we will change this one. And this should actually be a constant string reference. Because it can probably be optimized that way. We want a reference. And we want that to be constant. Done. Okay. This function is getting long, so let's break this up so we can read that properly. Go to the end, add a line. Good, looks better. Looks better. Good, good, good. Same thing here. Let's break this up so we can read it better. I do not like when C-line breaks that up like this. Suggested binding. All right. So we do need to create our private function here, which we'll put in a new section. It's XR path. Get path. This. Do this. Cool. Let's see. XR string to path. Result instance path dot C string XR path. Looks good to me. Yeah, I don't see an issue with that generated code, so I'm going to just roll with it. Let Jesus take the wheel. I don't. Here you go. Okay. So with that done, we can these suggested bindings. Oh, this is a problem. This is a problem. And this is, so I just need to return at the end here. Basically, I get path. Get path. Done. All right. So with that out of the way, we can basically set all of this up, right? Attach action set. What? As you probably use blah blah, we're only suggesting binding for development because these are controllers I happen to use. Oops. From the use of interaction profiles. What? Oh, there it is. Interaction profile path. I want to suggest mine for a wide variety of different hardware by calling XR suggest interaction. A list of available input paths can be found here and more available through Open. Now we can attach our action set to the session, making our actions available to be triggered by physical inputs. So I do need to call XR app. So interaction profile path. So I need to call XR suggest interacted profile bindings. What does this say? XR suggest interaction profile binding. Suggest interaction profile bindings. instance suggested bindings. It says that's an interaction profile for which the application provides default bindings. The application can call XR once per interaction profile that it supports. If the application can XR profile more than once for an interaction, the runtime must discard the previous suggested bindings and replace them with the new suggested bindings for that profile. If the interaction profile does not follow the structure defined in interaction profiles, how do I get the interaction profile? If bindings are provided for an appropriate interaction profile, the runtime may select one and the input will begin to flow. Interaction profile selection changes must only happen when XR sync actions is called. What? Oh, man. Oh, I see. So I can suggest bindings for a bunch of different systems by using this interaction profile path. Interaction profile path. Suggested bindings, interaction profile. Excuse me. Where is it? XR interaction profile. Interaction profile. Interaction profiles. Applications can call XR get current interaction profile during on a running session to learn what the active interaction profile are for top level user path. If this value ever changes, the runtime must send an XR to bouquet. Where do I find the list of interaction profiles? Like, I get it. I mean, it gives me the one I need inside the tutorial. But I mean, how do I get them? Let's say I want to do Oculus. What's the Oculus string? So, like, maybe if I... Like, where are these defined? This. Failed to suggest bindings. Okay. I would still like to know like where these are defined. OpenXR interaction profiles.h. Ah. OpenXR controller interaction profile. So here they are. OpenXR/OpenXR interaction profiles.h. So just so what? It's like this. OpenXR/star interaction profiles. Nope. What? Device VR OpenXR. Where did these get defined? God dang it. Interaction profile. So like, do I just have to look it up? Is this just something I have to look? What interaction profile? Input actions definitions. Like where does this get defined? It's just like the loader. Okay, that's fine. Not concerned about that. OpenXR devs. Five index. I guess I just have to look it up. And why is this inside? This is inside the Chromium source? Neat. Okay. Like I would love to know where the stuff is defined. Right? Like what is this? Where's this one defined? I feel like this one is going to be defined somewhere. Okay. Valid user paths. Simple controller. Oh, here they are. 6 point. Why was that so hard to find? So anyway, Google JDMH HTC Vive. And this is what... Ooh, Microsoft Xbox controller. This is good, because I will want this at some point. Oculus Go. Index. Hand left, hand right. Thumbstick, trackpad. Okay. Alright. Well, at least I know it's in here. Took long enough, but okay. But I'm just going to suggest paths. And I'm going to basically do the same thing here. But then I need to attach the action set to my session. And then we want to get the pose. Okay. So we do need to add some more stuff to our OpenXR instance related to actions. So one thing I want to do, actions and action sets. Okay, so we want to, we do have all the suggested stuff now. So let's just say when we attach it, we're also going to provide the suggestions at the same time. So is there going to be a Boolean here? Attach action set, get action Boolean. Okay. So we'll say Boolean. Well, we can put a void here. We'll make it a void function. Void. Look at this. Attach action set. Cool. That's all I want. And then we will need to. I wonder if likely. What does sync actions do? I read about that somewhere. Sync actions. There isn't too much except that XR active action set provides sub action path, which can only be used to only sync a specific subset of actions and that XR sync actions has a non-success, non-fatal result called XR session not focused. Ah. So we give it the action set. We sync actions. We get action pose, left hand action. Except that XR active action set provides sub action path set to XR null path here, which can be used to only sync a specific subset of actions to extract information. I see, so we call sync actions, okay. So it's not always polling the device. It only polls the device when we ask it to. So we do need a sync actions, but before, no, we can put that here. Void sync action, we do need that. Void get get action pose. I'll just do Boolean and action pose. Void get action state pose. Action name. And so we want to actually go to here, go to next word, change this to Boolean, and find the next B. We'll actually delete all of this because we don't do things in C style here. Word, change this to XR pose F. All right, so what are we gonna do now? Let's see. So I think that's all we need to do. And the sync actions, we can do that. Should that be a Boolean? Return true, return false. Huh. It just wants me to do this again. Yes, I'm still here. Okay. Yeah, I guess that'll return true or false on whether or not it synchronized the actions properly. And if it did, then we can continue and get the state ourselves. Right grab and object grab. Yeah, this is just doing. This is just the. I don't like the way he did this, but basically, we're basically in the same spot here. So once I've got all of this set up, I do want to know whether or not this was successful. Do we need to? Nah, this is fine. I'm gonna continue with what I was doing basically and just log it. All right, so let's. Let's generate all this stuff. All right, now let's move all of this above. our XR get path. Good. Add a line there. Move the line down here. All right. One thing at a time. All right. So up here, sync actions for the sync actions might want a action set, but all right. Attach. XR session action sets attach info. Count action sets. We'll just do one. Do this. We don't need that for now. But one thing we do want to do is, yeah, this. Okay, and now we want to detach. What can I do? Can I call it? Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, that gave me a lot of thing. Well, I have a feeling that XR detach, is that even a thing? Maybe it's not even a thing. Maybe Copilot's been hallucinating. XR attach session action set. Okay. Create action set. Already attached. If it's already attached, it's called more than once per given session. Is there a detach anywhere? No, there's no detaching. So this is pure hallucination. I don't need this. Let's delete this. And we can delete it from here. Okay. Now get, we want to sync actions. And this, right, this needs an action set name. Because we generally, do we want to? No, because we're only going to generally, we can only, I don't know if we can only use one at a time. But I think that we're going to want string action set. Let's do that in here as well. Constant string action set. Okay. So skip these ones for now. It's down here. If that doesn't exist, active action sets. There we go, beautiful. Sync info, active action sets. So we can have more than one active at a time. We only need to do active action set. Sync actions failed. I think that's it. Cool. So we got sync actions. Now we need to do this. All right, so XR action state get info action. Okay, but we need some ifs. We need some guides here. The action set doesn't exist. If the action doesn't exist. Sub-action path. State boolean. That's correct. That's correct. And return that. That's correct. So, again, we put the guards in place. Action. Yes. Pose. Result. Failed. All right. Get action state pose. Location pose. XR space location and locate space. No, ooh. Dang it. All right. Fuck me. Actual annoying. So I need the application space. So I need the application space. XR space, application space. And then we need that in here as well. XR space, application space, and here. Okay. Okay, now we can change this to application space. We're getting closer. Now we take the time and the location. Now I need the predicted display time. And was that passed into? Yeah, it was. XR time, predicted display time. Okay, apparently that time, predicted display time. And we need to change this. Predicted display time. All right. Now, if it's failed, we will return a empty pose. This is what they were doing. Pose F, XR pose F, XR pose F. Come on. Are you kidding me, right? Come on. There we go. Dot, orientation, yes, position, done. All right. Now we need to check to see if it is a valid position and the orientation is tracked. or if it's not tracked. Okay. So if okay, if it failed, or all right, it's getting closer. So this is doing the same thing, but it's doing equals 0 instead of it failed, or if any of these conditions are true or are false. Failed to locate faith or action set. Okay, cool. Works good enough for me. Location.pose is what I want. I don't know. Location.pose. Like this. Okay, so in theory, that should be pretty much everything. Now I'm pretty sure that I'm going to need to change this like I did for the head position, but we'll see. But for now, I'm going to take a short break. I've been doing this for, what is this? How long is it? Almost an hour 45 minutes without breaks. So I'm just going to go upstairs, grab a snack, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm back. Don't know if anybody's there, but I'm back. I'm going to be eating for the next couple of minutes, so we'll see if we can find something interesting to watch on YouTube. Let's see. Let's see. Anything interesting? Here, let's. Oh no, this is too much, too big. I can usually click the Primeagen links, but you know that one was an hour and 45 minutes when he made his editor tier list or whatever. Really? No good programming? Here, let's watch this.
On October 21st, 2018, GitHub's data center technicians were performing some routine maintenance work in their East Coast network. This included the data center itself as well as a hub, which allowed the data center to talk to
only sharing. Has it really only been sharing? It hasn't been sharing my screen this whole time. It's just been sharing. Has it been frozen this whole time? Has it been frozen this whole time? I'm gonna be sad if it has been. I seem like my video, my camera was working, but it has been frozen this whole time. Wow, how long has it been frozen for? Hot damn. It's been frozen for an hour and 20 minutes. Wow. I assume either I assume that either nobody was there or people did show up and then left because it just fucking didn't work. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, that's lame. What the hell? I gotta be more mindful of that. Anyways, it's working now, so let me eat while this happens.
West Coast data center and hub, cloud infrastructure, public internet, and various other systems. During the maintenance, there was some operational mishap, severing connectivity.
Alright, it's still being weird. Oh, now it's sharing the wrong screen. Piece of shit. This screen, please. There we go.
To the hub, creating a network partition between the East Coast data center and everything else. This was pretty bad as GitHub just lost half of their servers. Fortunately, the maintenance crew managed to restore the connection in 43 seconds. Perhaps someone simply flipped the wrong switch or unplugged something by accident. In the end, GitHub ran slowly for a minute or so, no one noticed, and life moved on. At least that's what should have happened. Instead, after connectivity was restored, GitHub would experience an additional 24 hours of service degradation, where users couldn't log in, stale data was served, and the website was pretty much in read-only mode. According to this calculation,
4 years ago, 2018, what was I doing?
Internet user,
No, I was in
over
Vietnam.
$1 billion of productivity was wasted.
October? No, I was in
Now,
Canada.
what happened in these 43 seconds to get us into this situation? Did some engineer's manual intervention cause the impact? Perhaps it was related to a move to
I don't remember
Microsoft
this happening.
Azure. Well, to start, let's take a look at how GitHub's database works. GitHub stores all its metadata, such as issues, pull requests, comments, notifications, actions, in MySQL. On the surface, their database clusters use the standard primary replica setup. Writes go to the primary, which replicates to one or more read replicas. These replicas improve read throughput and availability, as reads can be distributed throughout all replicas, and if the primary fails, a fellow replica can be promoted to take its place. GitHub has many services and features, and to maintain separation of concerns, this inevitably requires many database clusters, each having its designated primary. All primaries were in the East Coast data center, with replicas spread across both coasts. Certain replicas in the West functioned as intermediate primaries, or in other words, a replica can have replicas which can have more replicas. This may seem dumb and overcomplicated, but there are a few advantages here. In terms of cost, a single replication layer means a lot of cross-data center traffic, which is very expensive. With an intermediate primary, the cross-data center hop is only performed once. We also reduce load on the primary, as it only replicates to its direct descendants. GitHub has a homegrown tool to manage all of this called Orchestrator, which comes with a UI to help visualize and manage database topologies. You can even drag and drop replicas around wherever you want. Most importantly, though, it supports automatic primary failover. Rather than paging a human to wake up to fix a dead primary, Orchestrator will automatically fail over and promote a new primary, ideally within 30 seconds. So Orchestrator servers are set up both on premises and in the cloud to monitor the database. Then there are certain rules for when a failover can occur. If Orchestrator is unable to contact a primary, it does nothing, because it's possible that Orchestrator itself is the problem. But if it detects that replicas are also unable to contact the primary, such as in a dead master and some replicas failure state, it will trigger a failover and automatically reorganize the database topology. The caveat here is that if Orchestrator is not configured carefully, it can implement topologies which the application doesn't support. Now let's go back to the beginning and see exactly what went down in those fateful 43 seconds. First, the most recent writes to the East Coast were yet to be replicated to the West Coast, and the severed connection caused this replication lag to persist. This meant the East Coast clusters now contain data not present in the West Coast. Next, for a few seconds, writes would time out and fail as traffic could not reach the primaries. Then, Orchestrator nodes in the West Coast data center and US East Cloud established quorum to fail over, since the primaries were unreachable to both Orchestrator and the replicas. Therefore, replicas in the US West database, most likely the intermediate primaries, were promoted to be the new primaries, and write traffic was redirected accordingly. Now that the West Coast was receiving traffic while the East Coast was still in isolation, both the East and West Coast databases contained unique writes not present in the other. So to summarize, after the connection was restored, the primaries were now shifted to the West Coast, and the two data centers contained inconsistent data. However, despite the restored connection, Orchestrator did not put the East Coast clusters back into the replication topology. Think of it like a timeline, or perhaps more on topic, like Git commit history. The East and West branches are currently diverged with different data, so any further commits to the West may conflict with the East. So for now, the East Coast database was kind of just sitting there doing nothing. By this point, 2 minutes after the initial outage, several engineers had hopped on to triage the issue. They noticed that latency metrics for many services had spiked up considerably. Manually verifying by going on the website themselves, they saw firsthand that it was extremely laggy. Soon enough, Down Detector began reporting issues and Redditors began complaining. Once they saw a cross-data center failover was triggered, the root cause became clear. You may be thinking,
yeah, I'm not interested in this.
Is the failover a good thing that
I mean, I get it. Yeah, failover failed, replication failed,
that had never happened.
And then they recovered it in some way.
It was restored. It was now time for step 5, the application to tolerate.
Not interested. Let's go back to what I was doing. My stream isn't a React stream. I'm not a very good reactor. I watch stuff, and then I stop watching stuff. Let's turn this back down. All right. So now that this is actually working again, you missed. Can't believe my whole stream fucking died on me like that. Ugh. I need to add application space to here. All right. Oh, I can't believe that. I still can't believe it. That it's been frozen for an hour. It was frozen for an hour and a half. God damn. All right, but anyways, just to recap, I'm probably gonna go in and just cut out that big section of data here. So check your encoder interval. Yeah, whatever. So why is this so high, by the way? Stream output streaming. Oh, I just set my bitrate really high for some reason. I'll set it back down next stream. That's fine for now. I don't care. All right, so what I did, assuming that I've follow up. Okay. I don't need this anymore. Assuming that I follow through and actually delete the big chunk of programming time from the recording on my YouTube channel. What I did is I actually, since it cut out, I think you missed pretty much all of this. I set up an OpenXR instance class that can manage action sets and get action states from these action sets. I don't need the system ID, it looks like, but we'll keep it anyway. Because eventually, all of the OpenXR stuff in my renderer class here, you'll see there's a bunch of OpenXR stuff. All that's going to be migrated over into my the OpenXR part here, and then we'll start like see the field space and application space. Figure all that out. So what this OpenXR instance class does is it currently just manages action sets. You can create them, you can add actions to your action sets, and once you have them all set up, you can bind your action sets. You can attach them to your current session, and then you can sync them every frame whenever you want to get the state of your thing. Usually, I'd imagine this is done once a frame, and you can do it with various sets. And then you get the state of them for your booleans here. Now, I believe that there's only going to be button support. That's what the boolean is going to be, is the button, and the pose is going to be the hand position. I believe there's also going to be float that we're going to need for the various, I think grip strength is going to be, I don't think that's going to be a boolean. I think that's going to be a amount, I think. And the analog here is also going to be an amount, except the bottom, when it bottoms out, that's a click, so I imagine that's a button. And there's analog on this thing and the analog stick. So yeah, we'll deal with analog input later once we have this tutorial implemented. So that being said, in my renderer, I will need to create this OpenXR instance, which, yeah, this all here. The action sets don't belong here. Did I add them here? No, I didn't. So what we will do here then is we are going to say, we're going to make a pointer. This is going to be a pointer. Unique pointer to OpenXR instance. I really gotta come in and fix this whole. No. I need to. OpenXR instance. XR capital. So it's capital. There we go. So we got that. So this will start as null pointer. Then we will go to render.cpp, and then in our init, here, we're just going to say, we're going to say OpenXR instance is equal to should make unique OpenXR instance. And then this is going to be, I believe, XR instance, XR system ID, XR session, and XR application space. Good. And that will give us that. That will give us that. All right, now with that done, we are going to get a pointer we're going to give our application the ability to grab the OpenXR. So we can put this. It's pretty important. These are lifecycle stuff. We can put it here. We can actually just define it inline. Inline. OpenXR instance. Like this. There. That will give us our OpenXR instance, which we'll be able to do stuff with. So that worked out. A couple of things I just thought of. There's gonna be a const pointer. In here, in my get, this is fine. Action, this is gonna be a const action. And this is gonna be a const action set as well, and this is actually gonna be a const action reference. And then here, I'm gonna make it a const action reference. No. So we're gonna make this a pointer. Then yeah, that's fine. Const action pointer. Apparently I can't return optionals of references. Makes sense, I guess. So would be that. Alright, that should probably work. So with that done, we can go inside our application, set up our action set. So this is where we set everything up. Oh, here we init everything. Once this is done, set up action sets and actions. Okay. So we do that all up here. So first thing we're doing is we are creating our action set, right? Yeah. All right, so first we are going to auto, we'll just say our OpenXR get OpenXR instance. All right, so now we want to create the action set. No, we have a very simple thing here. We're going to just say XR create action set. This only needs one parameter. And what this will, we are going to just call this I guess that might not be able to be called because yeah, all right, I'll double check that, but let's just call this Oz app. Oz app action set. Now it's going to complain that it can't be constant because oh yeah, So I need to do this. Excuse me. Can I do this? No. Function number const. Yeah, okay, so this can't be const. All right. I'm not good with const rules very well, but we will make it a pointer just so that we don't pass in. Oops. We don't make copies of all that shit all the time. All right. Keyword. All right. Oh no, you know what? That was here. Let's get action set. No, this is fine. Come on. This pointer. These can be const. The issue is actually with this one, where I made this one const. Application. That should fix it. And also move this. Done. Okay. All right. We create our action set. Now we need to create our actions. X. All right. So we're going to say XR create action. So let's just do something real quick. Const string action set name. There we go. Now we can just change this. Action. I don't know why they put a K there. I don't want that K. All right. Action set name. It can be what is it? This button. Action name. So this is going to be left hand. We're just gonna do the hands for now. Left hand. XR. Suggested binding. So this is going to be user slash hand slash left slash input slash grip slash pose. Pose input. What? No. Going to create the active gig. Good. All right. That creates a left hand. So go to beginning, yank that line. Oops. Okay. We call this right hand. Right hand. This will be like that. Okay, so we got two actions. Good enough. We'll we didn't do the interaction profile suggestion. So where are you? So I do that with sync. Oh, I meant to do that with sync actions, right? Or attach. I meant to do that with attach. So when we attach it here, what we want to do is we want to suggest it and then attach it. suggest bindings. Suggested bindings. For each one of the actions, get the suggested binding and push it back as the action and binding. Look at that. Fantastic. And then, yes. Interaction profiles. We don't have that. But we're just going to do here. Valve index interaction profile equal get path slash interaction profile slash what is it, valve slash index controller, is that it? Correct. Valve index controller, yeah. All right. And we'll make, we'll just add it as we do here. Slash to do support other interaction profiles. Okay. Interaction profile path, yes. Data, yes. Then I don't need that. Do I already have an XR results? This is not going to be an error. This is not going to be a hard return. Because it's possible that we don't need to do that. And we don't need this other redefinition. All right, so we're suggesting stuff now. Okay. All right, so let's go back to our application. We create our actions. We've already created the action space. That happens with the create action. That's fine. So then we need to attach it. XR attach action set name. And then I think it's all in the update loop now. Yeah, now it's all in the update loop. Now we can, inside of our update loop, right at the top after we get the head position, we want to say sync actions. So auto XR, yes. Sync actions. This requires something. Action set. We're just gonna yank this for now. This will need to be like, you know, more. Okay, and then we'll put action set name here. Action set name. Okay. Get let and info. XR. Get action state pose. This requires the predicted time, right? Action name predicted time frame info dot What? Yep. Predicted display time. Come on. Okay. Good. Auto, right hand info. Good. I think we're almost there, and then let's just log and information. Okay. I don't think I need to do this. These aren't optional. I don't know why it thinks they're optional, but they're not. Yeah. One day I'm gonna be good at Vim, just like the Primeager. For now, I'll do this like a pleb. All right. All right. So we haven't compiled in a long time. We haven't run in an even longer time. So let's see what happens. Action left hand does not exist in action set Oz app. Okay. Well, that's not accurate. Oz app action set. What did it say? Failed to sync actions. So it fails to sync actions every single time. Failed to suggest interaction profile bindings for action set. Having a lot of issues. So allocated command failed to create a graphics pipeline. Got it. Okay. Failed to create action space for action left hand in action set Y. All right, so it's failing to create the action space. So let's start with for action left hand in action set. Okay. So we're failed to create action space. So it creates the action first. And see what the result is. Results. See what happens. Why is the thing failing? Good enough. No active XR instance handle. So what is the problem? Minus 12. So where is XR result? Results. Where is XR results? XR result. XR result. Minus 12. Handle invalid. So what is invalid? Create action. Action set. This action set is invalid? Is that what it's saying? Failed to create action space. So is... So it's creating the action okay. But it's failing to create the action space. It tells me that one of these action in action set, pause app action set. XR type. It's action type pose input. XR success, that worked okay. Pose and action path. What about the session? Is a session? Session is null. Okay. Well, that explains what happens when you let Jesus take the fucking wheel? Fucking idiot. I cannot believe it did this. Okay. I might have just crashed my OpenXR compositor. Failed to locate space. Okay. Let's see what happens. Well, closer. No active XR instance handle. Now what does this say? So I created everything. Failed to locate space or action left hand in action set. Okay. Well, it seems to be creating everything now. Now let's see what the locate space is complaining about. Failed to locate space. It's suggesting it, I think. Sync actions. Failed to get action state for action. Failed to locate space. Here. So, add the result to this. I don't see why. Oh. Emails. Cool. All right. So we can run this again and see why. What error code it's giving me. Error code 0. Oh, you know what? Now this might help if I turn these on. You'd imagine that would help, right? Now let's try that. I closed it. Good. No? No? Nothing? Nothing? Well, I thought that would be definitely it. It's not failing. It's just orientation and position are not valid for whatever reason. Okay. So let's location flags. All right, so let's take that. Then we will just if if yeah, whatever. This is fine. I just have an extra curly brace up here. At least one extra curly brace up here. Okay. Okay. So this should be an XR space location position. Let's add the result to this. And just to fix the slight inconsistency here in my cleanup function. This cleanup function before I destroy all the OpenXR stuff, before I destroy the section, before I destroy the application space, I'll just say open resets to null pointer. All right. I don't know why that showed up, but okay. All right. Now, because it's complaining about valid pose for action left hand. Results. So it's just saying it's an invalid pose. All right, let's see if I can get it to give me more information than that. So results. Oops. So result is, I don't need to print results because that's just going to give me log dot error location what else do I got here? Log error location pose. Position. There we go. All right. Let's see if this is going to give me anything more. Nothing. So these are giving me nothing. Invalid pose for action left hand. So this is user hand left input grip pose. Is that correct? User hand left input grip pose. Attach action set. That seems to have worked. So let's see if I can do some buttons. Maybe. Let's just see if I can do a button. Two up here. User hand left input grip pose. Left hand, right hand. Yank this, paste that, create action. Change inside this. We'll call this a button. User hand right input a click. And this is the, what is the type? XR action type Boolean input. Boolean. Okay, so we've added an action to that. Now if this doesn't work, then I don't know. Auto a button state. If a button state so this is just a Boolean, right? Yeah, it's just a Boolean. Log a button pressed. All right. Yeah, these are what? What are you? Yes, continue watching. So these are just not working. Get action state Boolean. I have left hand here. Create action. I'm getting path for this, right? Yes, I'm getting path. And what if I just make something up here? Is that going to give me an error, or is it just? Fuck. I'm going to just deal with this button for now. That's all I want. Just so I can see. Invalid post for action right hand and I actually need to comment this out as well. All right, let's try this again. What is, give me a clean log, please. All right, failed to begin frame. Failed to suggest interactive profile action set. So it failed to do it because what? It's a fake, because it doesn't work. Oh, am I calling sync? I'm not calling sync actions. I am calling sync actions. Okay. A button is not. Okay. So for whatever reason, I feel like maybe failed to sync actions. Oh, do I call attach? I do call attach, right? Yeah, I do call attach. And this is suggested bindings. State.current state. It says get action state is working on here, but current state is changed, last change is active. So is active as false. So what? What if I restart my VR? Do I need Steam open? Is that? Wait. The hell just happened to my, oh, the rest of my, so my webcam. Okay. Close this. VR. Start Steam VR. Okay. That's fine. Now we can go back here. Yeah, whatever. What is going on here? Properties here. That's okay. Properties here. This one. Okay. Now this is still not frozen. Good, good, good. Now let's see if this gives me anything different. No. Oh, this is still, this is just turned itself off. Okay. Oops, come on. Let's turn you back on. We got left hand. All I'm doing is checking the left hand. That's my plan. Left hand is on. Now, please, give me something. Nope. Still get nothing. So let me, I'm gonna try something. I mean, controller bindings. Select an application. Hello, OpenXR. Active controller binding. Active controller show bindings. A button click. Huh. Okay. All right, so for some reason, oh, I'm dumb. It does say right click. Okay. So it does say right. Okay. Now let's go inside here, turn off some of these logs. Here, current state. All right. So A button is not controller bindings. A button click. It's not working. Close. Oh, it is working. Ah, you can see it now on the screen. It's scrolling, A button pressed. So I guess I did need Steam open. So, okay. We may have a celebration to do here. I may have done it. It's weird that it needs Steam open, but all right. Create action here, and we will. Okay. What's it gonna do? Ooh! It is moving. Oh. Oh my god. We fucking did it. We fucking did it. We fucking did it. You guys can do it. I can't. I gotta fix this. We're trying to see the audio. Oh yeah, we did it. Fucking did it. Oh, that worked well. But my monitoring is not going to the right.